Thursday. Unfortunately, I'm still sick, so I'm still trying to not do anything and just give my body time to rest and actually recover. That, coupled with the fact that I am like 4 books behind my like reading goal schedule. I want to read 1 book a week this year. The past month of my life has been very stressful. I've been moving country, I've been starting university. That just meant I wasn't really reading. So today we're doing a reading vlog. On my birthday last week, I went and bought myself a birthday gift, and of course that gift was some books. So thank you to my friends Megan and Jenny. They both got me a £20 gift voucher to Waterstones, which meant I could buy myself some books because I have no money otherwise. So these are the 3 books that I bought. First off, I got The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I actually don't really know anything about this book apart from it's about a girl going mad, but I've seen on TikTok that it's a very popular book there, which doesn't really say much because I have read some really bad book recommendations from TikTok, but this is like a classic, so I have a bit more faith in it. Next up, another TikTok book. It's called My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I don't know anything about this book. And then last but not least, this is a random one that I just picked up because the book cover really caught my eye, and then when I read the back I was like, that sounds interesting. It's called White Teeth by Kristen Arnett, and it's about a lesbian couple who have like a troubled son. I don't know, he's really difficult to deal with, that type of thing. I don't know, I haven't really read a story like this, so I thought that would be interesting. That's my little book haul. I'm gonna do a poll on Instagram and ask you guys which one I should read first, and then we're gonna get started. I am on page 188 and I have some thoughts. The main character I actually really liked at the start. I thought they were funny and kind of voicing some things that I had in my own head. A lot of the things that she says about men, I was like, yeah, like that's how I feel, especially like that arty hipster men. So I just thought it was funny, but now she's really starting to annoy me. Like, she's just a bad person. She's just selfish. I don't know, doesn't realise how privileged she is. There's a lot of traits about her that I really don't like, but I like it. I like that I hate her. Also, what's with Whoopi Goldberg? Why is she so obsessed with Whoopi Goldberg? It also makes me feel like physically sick thinking about the amount of pills that this girl is taking. The therapist slash doctor is out of her mind, not a real doctor, clearly. It just makes me think, like, I have watched a couple documentaries about medication in America and how different it is. Like, so much of their stuff is banned in this country. It's obviously all about money there because you have to pay for it. So of course, like, any doctor is gonna prescribe you drugs that you probably don't need, or maybe you should try something else first, because they're gonna get paid by this drugs company. And this kind of just emphasizes that problem in America. I also, like, I don't know why she's really doing this. She said there's not really one event that caused her to start wanting to sleep for a year, so I still don't really know like what her motivation is. I don't really know what I would categorize this as. It's kind of funny but really dark at the same time. back in my bedroom and I've already started this book, but I still need to give you my full review of this book. I've given it a 3 out of 5. It was perfectly fine. Didn't live up to the hype that I'd seen on TikTok. Like, everyone was like, it's amazing. Yeah, I just didn't feel the same way. The pace did pick up a bit towards the end when she went into her more intense hibernation. I still don't really understand why she went into this. She did say that there wasn't any particular reason, but I feel like there should be. For something so intense and so disruptive to your life, I think you should have a proper reason. Even if the reason was, I'm sick of everyone and I just don't want to talk to anyone for a year. So yeah, the whole experiment thing was a bit vague to me. The stuff in between, like all of the details and the relationships that she has, I really enjoyed those parts. Overall, I think it was a good book. On to the bell jar. I really love this cover, first of all. It is about this girl, Esther, I think. She's an intern at a fashion magazine in New York. She's like in this dormitory with lots of other girls who are doing the same thing, and they're all going out, they're all having fun, they're seeing men, they're going to parties. There are just some like little things so far where she's like, oh, I realized this when this happened. So she's like setting you up to know that something goes wrong, but you're like waiting for it to happen. This is set in the 1950s, so it's not like so long ago that the language is weird and you have to really ease into it. Let's continue. Once again, I started the next book without giving you a full review on this one, so here we go. It was good, but it wasn't amazing. I don't know if it's just me or maybe they're being overhyped, because I see them on TikTok and everyone's raving about it, and then when I actually come to read it, I'm just a little bit disappointed. Definitely check out the trigger warnings before you read this book. There's a lot of things in it that could definitely harm someone if they're not in the right headspace. So it was just about a girl who is an intern in New York, and she's going out with her friends, and then some things happen and she starts to kind of lose her mind. I don't think she starts to go crazy, even though that's how it's kind of depicted in this book. She's just depressed, but obviously at the time that this book came out, I don't think mental health was really taken very seriously. So what people would call depression or other mental illnesses is crazy. Like the first book, My Year of Rest and Relaxation, there was no certain event that kind of caused this to happen. I think it was like an amalgamation of a few things that kind of sent her on her downward spiral. Apparently this is based actually off Sylvia Plath's life. I enjoyed the writing style. It's also got some racist parts in it, which I didn't enjoy, obviously. It just wasn't anything special to me. So I think, again, I'm rating it 3 out of 5. Now the next book, I've never heard of this book. I've never seen it on TikTok. I just saw it in Waterstones randomly and thought, that's for me. Now, I called it White Teeth to begin with by accident. My brain wasn't working, but it's called With Teeth. Yeah, so this one's just about a lesbian couple who have a really troubled child. He's the type of boy to injure animals. He doesn't talk to them. He doesn't answer to his name. And then there's also problems within the marriage of these two ladies. It's kind of split into seasons. So we started in winter, I think, then spring, and now I'm in summer. But in each season, the boy's actually a different age. So I think we start when he's 4, then we go to 10, and right now he's 16. I love that. Love the structure. It has absolutely cemented the fact that I do not want children. The pain and suffering that these women are going through, not because of him, because obviously not everything is the boy's fault, so I don't want to blame the young boy fully, but at the same time I couldn't deal with that. The anger that I feel when we're going through one of the instances where he's done something bad, I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would either lose my temper, I'd probably cry, I'd probably do everything that you shouldn't do. But at the same time, I can't stop reading this. I just want to know how he turns out. What other bad things is he gonna do? It's so frustrating because there's so much miscommunication in this book. They're just not talking to each other, and if they did, I feel like things would be solved. So it's not like an easy read. I'm definitely like annoyed throughout the whole thing. I am gonna finish this video here, so follow me on Goodreads if you want to know my final thoughts on this. Out of all 3 books, I recommend this one the most. Let me know if you've read it or any of the other books, and give me some suggestions for more books kind of along the same lines. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.